Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I'm back in the Pilatus PC-12, and my goal is to finish a flight that I started a few days ago. Had a bad cold and have been busy, so I'm finally getting around to finishing this flight. So turn the sounds down a little bit. Okay. So let's get started here. I've already got the plane started. I've already been through my most of my checks, and I still got my pusher test to go. And let's go ahead and get that finished up. I've got the flight plan already loaded, and adjust my NGs here. Okay, so let's finish getting started here. Let's inertia separator can come on. Let's go ahead and turn on our probes, and that's also our AOA. And this is a FSE flight, even though I'm not going to start FSE because I actually finished this flight up, and with FSE, you really have to have the. Anyway, it's a long story, but hey, this is a simulator, so again, some liberties can be taken. All right, so let's turn our recon lights on, and how are we looking up here? Inverter can come on, and let's see, pusher test and environmental controls. All right, so let's drop some flaps here, and go around. Let's go ahead and clear our left and right while we're at it, and let's get our overhead panel so that we can look up and see everything. Might as well do another lamp test, another fire test, and pusher. All right, so I need at least 5 on my torque. Brakes are still set. You might hear the pitch of the aircraft change a little bit. All right, and pull it, push it, pull it, and it pulls me out of that stall. Okay, so that was successful. Nothing else on my cast. I think, guys, we are ready to go. Or as I had a friend that used to like to say, ready to go. I wonder what was this. Let me just check something. It's like every time you guys get on the. Okay, I can just move it around by grabbing this. All right. It's like every time you guys come aboard, I decide that I want to discover something new, notice something that I had not noticed before. Okay, all right, and lights. So let's do a taxi light. Okay, and since I don't want to play controller, then I am just going to I'm going to treat this as a Gulf airport, untowered. And let's get our ADAS. Let's go ahead and do a test here. Make sure that we use our autopilot. And lo and behold, I have not looked up the frequency for. Have not looked up my frequencies, so let's do that right quick. What I want Sky back there. Got it. Got Sky back there. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm pulling up the airport diagram, and my ATIS is 135.47. So 135.47. Probably would have been quicker to go up rather than come down. But decisions. All right. And let's turn this COM2 on.
Southern California Logistics Information Bravo.
Bravo.
2100 Zulu weather. Wind 190 at 15. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 23, 2.14. Altimeter 2973. Arriving runways 1721. Departing runways 1721. Advise on initial contact, you have Bravo.
Got Bravo. So winds are 190 at 15, and altimeter is 2973, and let's change it here. It's always tough finding that click spot. All right, 2973, got it. And there's another place where I can change it, 28.7. So since I can't see this, I'm just going to change this to 28.7. That's 26, 24, 28.7 is what I want. And that's 27, 28. That ought to be about 28.7. Look like I got 2896. I can't really read it, but anyway, that's one of the issues that I have with the STMA version of this simulator is I got so much stuff working, but the little stuff like the second ultimate, stuff just hard to read, could be a lot clearer, and the developer is not willing to fix that. But I still rather put up with that than to fly the Coronado version, and I don't have nearly as much simulation. Okay, so let's get started here. Okay, and let's clear left and right again. And we want 17 or 2-1. So let's just pull that up here. Victorville. That's runways. And 17 or 2-1. 2-1 is our closest runway. Winds at 190 at 15. So yeah, we can live with not having the closest, with not having the closest, what am I trying to say? I'm looking for now this is one thing that I wouldn't have to do in real life, but I need to find my taxiway. Okay, so to get to 2-1, let's pull it back up. Let's pull it back out right here. So to get the 2-1, I want to turn and go up this guy and taxi out. So let's turn here to the right. And let's see, hopefully we can find a yellow brick road. I'm gonna keep my GPS where I can see it. Okay, I think I see my yellow brick road. Got my taxi lights on. It's daytime, so it really don't matter. I do have traffic. I need to check my traffic global. Yeah, it's working. Okay. I know I've taken a couple of flights and I'm not seeing, well, I guess Victorville being a military logistics airport, maybe I wouldn't expect to see a lot of traffic at this airport. So one day soon, I'm going to go back to using checklists and be it either a paper checklist or a checklist that's interactive, like I'm accustomed doing the C list, X a checklist with the C list file. Um, as you notice, yeah, as you may have noticed, I've gotten away from doing the checklist. That's because when I'm doing these videos and a 20 or 30-minute flight can take an hour on the ground just going through the checklist, at least it feels that way. And so I don't know, guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know whether or not you enjoy um, whether you are also immersed when I go through the checklist on ground, or whether you'd rather me do that offline, like kind of like I'm doing on this flight, and basically start the plane check, load the flight plan offline, and just start taxiing. Um, I know for me, I I like them either way. Either way, I can do the checklist. I just don't have to record it, or if I do record it, I can cut it out or um, otherwise get rid of it unless I'm streaming, in which case um, the sausage get made in real time. So there is no editing, which is why a lot of guys do stream, because streaming is more like a one and done thing. Okay, so let's get this guy, go back, and let's zoom in some. Let's try to get up to our whole short line. Victorville traffic, Pilatus 9875 Foxtrot is holding at runway 21, ready to depart Victorville. And let's see. And we'll be departing south, Victorville. Okay, so let's look for some traffic here. I don't see any. Look for some traffic there. You never know. And so you want to check anyway. Let's try to get rid of this guy. All right. And Victorville traffic, Pilatos 97.5, Foxtrot taking off runway 21, departing South Victorville. All right. And lined up here. And I missed turning on my strobes before I took the runway. Okay, condition level goes to 4. And takeoff power is gonna be about 40 for climb out. And my torque. Takeoff roll has begun. Takeoff power is set. Flaps in. Airspeed's alive. 80, cross check. Rotate. And I'm 4. And the airplane knows it. Positive rate, gear up. Stop the brakes. And I am gonna hold.
Check gear. Check gear.
Okay. Let's engage our head bug here. This is currently let's go ahead and make our turn to the south. And climb power is 36.9. That adjusted. Yaw damper will come on. Autopilot come on. Nav can come on. And look at that, I got bit again. I got to pay more attention to my, do more than just set what I think needs to be set. 1500s. Climb out at. So heavy. Instrument check. fuel look good. Engine oil and oil temps look good. 36.9 is what we want. ITT look good. NG is good. Gen 1 and 2 is operating as expected. Fuel flow quantity. And we are 9 miles from our first waypoint, 9 nautical miles. Okay, 140. So we're going to hold at 140. And I gotta admit, for some reason, and it could be because I am running a full tank and a full load. The aircraft feels really, really heavy. The performance it feels a lot more sluggish than I'm used to. Okay, so let's go in here. Terrain inhibited is off. Want that on actually. Okay, but I do know I gotta clear some mountains. And there's our airport that we took off from. In fact, actually, I would have to clear those mountains if I was going to do direct too. But since I'm following a flight plan, it's actually keeping me clear of the mountains, which is a good thing. You know, on a single engine prop, to lose an engine over those mountains at fairly low altitudes, in part 135 operations would not be a good thing, right? So and this is a part 135 charter flight or non-scheduled passenger revenue producing non-scheduled flight. Okay, so you can see, just pop that out. I just passed the Apple's waypoint. Okay, so let's go ahead and tune in to the frequency at gee whiz, Santa Ana, John Wayne. what I'm doing is looking up my frequency. And ADAS is going to be 126. And I am purposely ignoring approach and clearance delivery information. In fact, this would make a good flight to do on Pilot Edge. Since I've stopped flying a lot on the West Coast, I decided not to renew my Pilot Edge subscription. All right. Okay, we're not close enough to John Wayne to pick up an ADAS yet, but stick this in while we edit. 75, I think. This one. 1.75. That's the localizer. All right. Get rid of this. 14 is our cruise altitude.
Vertical track.
Yeah, so we're actually going to start at top of descent pretty soon. Okay, so you can see our top of descent is coming up. I mean, our top of, did I say top of descent? Yeah, top of descent. Yeah, we're gonna start descending. 10-6. Okay, so now my new altitude that I want is 10-6. And I honestly am not feet per minute. I honestly am not fluent enough with these operations to, let's see, I should be doing 500, doing about 1400. 15, I want 500. Okay. Got some traffic out there. To 2,100 feet below me. And up. He's pretty much on the same course as I'm on. we see him. Looking. And I don't even know if I got, yet traffic is on here. Probably they're just taking off from this airport. Okay, looks like he's turned maybe a little bit. I don't think he's a factor. All right. Now I could have turned this guy on and found him a little bit quicker, easier. This guy's 7 nautical miles. I'm not seeing the aircraft 7 nautical miles away. I've noticed that in this simulator, an aircraft really needs to be within 4 miles or so for me to actually be able to see them. Okay, so let's see where we are on our flight plan. All right, so dial down to 5,700 feet. We want 500. And I'm 8 miles out, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that a pretty substantial descent here. And let's do a traffic look here, make sure that I don't see anything close to me. In fact, another thing that I can do for traffic is to turn this guy on. And all right, so if I sit, well, he's 4 nautical miles away, he should be showing up on my scope. But, let's see. Should get a traffic warning. I didn't get to see him. He's up under the aircraft, so he's not in my window. But he's at 2,500. I'm at 7,500. Okay, I should be headed directly to Snake. Not sure where the devil I'm at. Because if I'm at Lemon already, if I'm 9 miles from Lemon, then there's no way I'm gonna make. Yeah, so my that would put me about 15 miles from. Go ahead, set this guy down to what looks like it's following. I say it may be doing the vertical nav automatically. Yeah, it is. Okay. Live and learn. All right, so let's go back to our map and fly the airplane. Okay, so I haven't got the Snake. Snake is right here. Lemon is here. And I should be able to see that traffic that's on my scope range. It's a lot to manage. And it did turn. Approach. Maybe I need to turn on approach. Or let's see what I got on. Okay. Yeah, there's apparently somehow another turn off the nav or something. I'm not sure, guys. But I saw a video with a guy who did a really nice tutorial on following on this GPS stuff. GPS stuff. And he made it so that you could basically follow along, try to do what he was doing. I'm not sure what the devil, so I can't see what lights I got on. So no nav, no approach. All right, landing lights can come on, and there's a runway dead ahead, so I don't have any. Let's see, can I drop
traffic?
Okay, so I've got some traffic really close. Throw in some flaps here. Some gear. And I can't seem to get a approach or anything to work. So I am gonna hand fly it in because I don't know anything better to do to get on the ground safely.
500.
And I feel low. Get line up again. If I, yes, I'm just not getting anything. Right. So slow my roll.
400.
Traffic.
300. 200.
Look like I'm approaching for the wrong direction. Yeah, 'cause I didn't get an ADOS
100.
coming in.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And you hear the pitch of the engines change. That would be beta, not reverse. Well, guys, now you know why I don't fly a lot of IFR, because I've got some learning to do to be able to fly IFR and make it make sense. And I didn't do a single radio call, so taxi to parking, Pilatus 9875 Fox Road. So I know we're gonna go to parking. But it's amazing that for somebody who's been simming for years, that I never really taken the time to learn how to do a decent IRL flight. But as you can see, that's starting to change. And so I am gonna do I am gonna try to learn. Once I find that video, I intend to fly along with it, and hopefully kind of get self-taught on how to do some IFR flights. So if you're interested in having me post those videos as I learn, then put it in the comments and I will. Otherwise, I'll just kind of learn offline and then post successful flight videos. All right, Limo. You're not supposed to be on the yellow brick road when And there's an aircraft on it. And let's just say that we are marshaled right up in here. And do some brakes. And let's just see what that landing looked like. Let's see, don't want to get back too far. That's probably a good place to start. Zero down. I see my flaps coming down. And I think I landed with flaps 15. I don't know if I even went
500,
flaps 30. And as you can see, it looks like I'm lined up with the wrong runway. So I had to sidestep back over. There's that sidestep there. I knew which runway I needed. I just wasn't doing a good job at managing the cockpit. Theta, and when I looked, I was at 115 on the ground. I did go slightly into reverse. Then I went back to beta. Applying braking now. Cleaning up. So didn't manage my lights very well either. And never did turn my inertia separator off. Never did put oxygen on. Actually, I lied about doing a checklist. Well, a pre-flight. When I first started this video, I told you I went through all my pre-flight stuff, and honestly, I hadn't. Okay. All right, but nobody nobody suffered any well, we actually never really got that high, so we were all good. And I want chocks set. Okay. And generators need to come off. And we can leave the aircraft. So one of the things that I didn't know that I recently learned is that the parking brake is set for starting the aircraft and deep for deplaning also, but it's not really set once you um, leave the aircraft, because if the aircraft needs to be towed and the aircraft is locked and the parking brake is set, that creates a problem. So that's why um, the chucks are set in the aircraft whenever it's parked, usually because there's no brakes on it. Interesting little piece of information there. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this flight. I certainly did. And let's see if I can't find my little jingle here. A little jingle and a jangle. And
Y'all come back now. Here.
all right, guys, this is not a FilmWaves presentation. Ciao.